It's live.
It's live. We're live.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Your best wave.
Yeah.
G'day.
G'day.
G'day from down under.
Yeah. So we all want to just say hello and who you are and where you're at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Who are we starting with?
How about you, Chris?
Why not? Age before beauty, I say.
Oh, no.
Well, hello, everybody.
You're beautiful.
It's the Aussie and the Indian, Chris Keeble, Calamity Jane behind me. I'm out on a property out on the outskirts of Sydney at the base of the Blue Mountains. I'm on a bit of a ride, and it's quite chilly. But I've got helmet hair, so you're going to have to deal with me looking like this. And I've got dead animals hanging off me and everything. I'm in nature.
I'm assuming you hit the animal on your way there, Chris. Did you hit
What's
that
that?
animal? Did you hit that animal or just stayed there?
Well, fox are vermin in this country, so they're not in the natural part of this world, so they need to go. And I need to have them hanging off my jacket, keep me warm.
Yeah, you killed it.
Some could argue that kangaroos are vermin, but they're we can eat those at least. There's not many countries in this world where the coat of arms are things that you can eat. I think Australia is the only country where we can eat its own coat of arms.
These are a special breed, aren't they?
We are. We eat kangaroo and emu. I don't particularly like it myself. It's a bit tough. Anyway, that's hello from me.
Thank you, Chris. Can we have Mary? I mean, Jackie.
Oh, sorry. I thought Mary's coming on. That's
I
cool.
was like, oh, wow.
No, sorry, that's my brain.
That's right. I'm Jackie, or Motorcycle Mama, and I'm in Northeast Oklahoma, and I ride a 2016 Softail Slim S, and I don't know what else to say about me. You probably know. Yep. I cuss a lot, but I'm going to try not to cuss, so not my channel.
Yeah. Keep it down, will you?
I will.
A little bit of respect, thanks.
I try.
That's the wrong group for that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Mary, we could have a cuss off one day.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Nikki.
That's me. Hi, I'm Nikki, the Bombshell Biker. I'm from Southern California, and I have a poodle on top of my head today, but I'm feeling it.
It looks good.
Thanks. Oh my goodness.
Right, I guess I should introduce myself as well, I suppose, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm Mrs. Kiwi Rider. I'm one half of two Kiwi Riders, and I ride a 2019 Iron 1200 Harley Davidson. But you should all know that because you're big fans.
We are.
We do.
So thanks for coming, everyone. It's pretty low-key today. It's just a chat. We're just chilling. It's no big, great amazingness. I've got a few topics that I thought I might kind of bring up. None of the girls in Momma Mafia know exactly what we're doing today, and none of them asked, and I didn't tell. So it's all riding on me. Sorry, folks. So what I thought I'd do is we'll just chat. You guys in the side chat there, feel free to ask questions if we're talking about stuff and you wanna know a bit more, or you have a topic that you want to bring up. Feel free to chuck that in there. We'll try and keep on top of the chat. It can go pretty quick. So what I thought I'd start with is I'm going to say a topic, and the Momma Mafia, we're just going to spitball and say whatever comes into our head. What does it make you think of? Do you have any stories to tell? That kind of thing. So we're just going to do a bit of spitballing today. You might want to wear a mask, just saying. Okay, so the first topic that I thought I'll throw up there is touring. So when I say touring, what comes to mind for you, and what does it make you think of? Any stories, any events, any dreams, any goals?
Okay.
Don't everybody rush to answer at once.
Yeah.
We need direction. We need someone to say, "You're up." Who do you want?
Touring for you? So, Chris, you spoke up first, so you can start.
Okay. So, what do I think of when I think of touring?
Yeah.
Basically, it's getting away for more than one night or one night minimum. Getting out into the country and, looking at horses and cows and nobody else. I like to tour by myself, so it's a time of solitude for me. I don't like riding with people. I'm a bitch.
Chris.
No, I do like meeting up with people and stuff, but I do prefer touring. For me means just getting away and being self-indulgent and selfish, and just me and nature and Calamity here and just the two of us.
Yeah.
Just the two of us.
Just the two.
We'll ride along, the two of us. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
that's me. That's touring for me.
Nikki or Jackie?
I'll go. So for me, touring, like a fond memory for me would be like my trip with my sister last year when we did the Babes Ride Out. So it was just the two of us going the farthest we'd ever been. The beard is butt hurt because he just looked and was just like, "Oh, not the one we took, but okay." but no, like going out and doing that with my sister. And we're already planning our next trip. Actually, we're going to go up to, we're going to go up to the Winchester Mystery House whenever the world starts turning again. We've already got our tickets to go, and they ran a deal where they were like, "Hey, buy your tickets, good for the whole year."
Wow.
But now we're just waiting for California to reopen and for our lives to settle down a little bit so we can go do that.
Is that house in California?
Mm-hmm. It's in like Central California.
I have to go there.
You do. It's awesome.
Oh man, I can't wait to see that place. It just looks.
You know the lore behind the house, right?
Yeah. You want to like just give us a bit of a thing again? Yeah.
So the Winchester Mystery House was a home that was built by Winchester's, like the Guns, his widow. She was visited by like a spirit that essentially told her, like, if you don't have someone working on the house, the dead spirits of all the people that your husband's weapons have killed will haunt you. So she had someone in the house at all times working on just stupid stuff like, let's put a door to nowhere, let's put a window in the ceiling, like just it's twists and turns and all kinds of craziness. And I actually just found out you can get married there, and I'm super mad I missed out on that opportunity because I totally would have made the beard marry me at the Winchester Mystery House.
Wow. I don't know if I would want to get married there. Maybe I would. I'd have to think about that a little bit. It's a little bit kind of creepy, eh?
I mean, I'm here for it. Like that, I love that spooky vibe. I'm here for it. So I was super bummed. I told my sister, I was like, we're taking all the pictures we can, and we are doing all the things while we're there.
We should have like a combined like re-wedding thing. We can do it as a group. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Right? Our renewal we'll do there. I'll talk him into being creepy with me.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. So how long would that kind of tour be for you?
Because we both, she's a full-time mom, so she's got her kiddos all the time, and I'm just part-time mom, so it's easier for me, but also my work schedule is a little crazy. So we probably just take like a long weekend. It just takes a day to ride up there. Like when we went up to Santa Margarita, it took us a cool minute. That was also the longest ride I'd really ever done, especially without the beard. And like, I have really bad hips and a bad back. So for me, like I have to take breaks. I have to stop and like stretch so I don't like teeter my bike over, like trying to rearrange myself as I go down the road.
Yeah.
But we would do like a day ride up there, hang out, ride around in the area, enjoy that, and then ride home like at the end of the weekend.
Awesome. That sounds so much fun. I want to come.
I'm here for it. Come down.
Yeah. Let's just sort this COVID thing out and crazy. Okay, let's ban that word. We're not talking about it.
I'm okay with that.
Jackie.
Touring to me would be going on like probably a week. If I was thinking about touring, I would say like a week-long adventure.
Yep.
I think that would be cool. I'm interested in doing that. It's just getting Mister to take time off would be hard, but I would totally like leave tomorrow and be gone for a week. But you know, I gotta wait on him. So I looked and
yeah.
I after that trip in October, when I came home, I wanted to leave immediately and just go again somewhere. I mean, I got bit with the bug really hard then, so I just want to go. But we just have to wait. It wasn't very long. Like I left on Friday and was back on Sunday.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that long, and it was just under 300 miles to get to where everyone was staying. I can't remember the name of the town, but Antlers. So it didn't take that long to get there, but just meeting everybody in person and hanging out, and it was so much fun. And I love that life. I want to live that life, but I'm married, so.
Man, I want to live that life. Chris wants to live that life. I don't know about Bombshell, but like we just want an excuse to just be riding and get paid to do it somehow. It's just like insane.
Yeah.
Right. No one's paying my bills yet. Also, I can't get a video out on time, so I'm not at all surprised by that.
I'm with you, Jackie. I'm like, touring to me is like a good week or more, preferably more, and just getting as far away from home as possible and seeing stuff you haven't seen or haven't seen in a really long time, and meeting people and packing as much as you can on your bike without going overboard. And just traveling, just like going away, like as far as you can on your budget and your time frame. And doing the North Island for like 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks. I'm sure it was 2 weeks. Man, that was amazing. Man, I was tired. I was freaking knackered. And I kind of realized that for me anyway, when we're kind of traveling every day, just about, it was like we had one place in the North Island, right in the middle of the North Island, where we stopped for like 3 nights, 4 days. And we just needed that break. We just like, otherwise every day you're just packing up and going somewhere else. And that's like real fun, but it's super tiring. So yeah, I don't know what people who do those real long road trips do, but yeah, that's what I'd be doing. Yeah. I'm just going to have a quick look at this chat because it's going off the chart. We've got Bells, J-Mac, Anonymous Biker, Knuckles, Stevie, Baggers and Bruce, Glide Arkansas. Sorry if I miss you. Not a Grace in the house.
No. She said she was going to stay up tonight to try to catch this. So thank you.
Thank you.
We've got Moto Pappy. We've got Johnny Sidecar. Hello. Mrs. Blacktop Devil. Throttle Down Under. Hey, dude. Blacktop Devil. The Mister. Mohawk Mike. Motorcycle. Who else have we got? We've got tons.
Bert's
joining us. Who is that?
Bert's there.
Is
From
he
Baggers and Brew? Yeah, he's on. Yeah.
Awesome. Who else have we got?
I see a comment there from Cappy and Willow. That's where I am at the moment. This is his big touring.
Oh,
I did a
right.
story. He's got his Roadmaster under there as well. So I've just called in on the way through.
We got tons, man. So let's see. Throw out some questions if you want to, guys.
I'll just give you a heads up. You know, this is chewing up my battery. If I do drop out, I'll jump back on via my phone. So
Good to know.
I've got a bit there.
Plan B is always good.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got another one here. I've got a lot. We're going to start this time. I'm going to throw some names out there. So we're going to start with Nikki. I'm going to say U-turns.
Oh, I hate them. I hate them more than life. I'm getting better. I'm even getting better on the bobber at them, but I still hate them. On mine, it's a lot easier because it's not as heavy. Even, and I don't care how many times the beard tells me they're very similar in weight. They feel so different. And I still am like, ugh, as I go over on his bobber. But on the Vulcan, I'm doing a lot better on them, but they are hella wide. I cannot do a cute, tight U-turn to save my life. And every time I'm there by myself, and I'm like, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me as I do a U-turn.
That's why I like having a helmet so you can be like, yeah, I hear ya. What about you, Jackie?
Can I just real quick? We had a few more guys hop in.
Awesome.
Minister Motovlog
Yay,
and
Minister.
Stevie, he came in, and then also, hold on, there was one more. Shoot, sorry.
Kevin Schroeder's in the house. I did see Kevin. Hey, Kev.
I think, was that it?
Donna Main.
Donna Main's there. Yeah, I want to make sure we know you guys are there. We appreciate it. Okay, so U-turns. I can do them. Very nervous about them, but it's something that I work on. So just in case I have to, I know I can do it. So I think it's one of those things you don't want to do it, but if you have to do it, be prepared. So that's what I think about U-turns.
Yeah. And Chris, what about you?
I call them crab turns. I'm like a crab.
Is that the thing?
I practice a lot of that stuff in car parks and everything, and I'm really good in car parks. But when I'm out in real life and there's gravel or a ditch and it's a narrow road and I'm trying to turn, I know all the techniques. I practice it, but it's all in theory. It's all very good. But once you're out amongst it, you can't stop not looking at what you think you're going to ride into. And of course, what's the first thing you do? Well, whatever you look at is where you're going to go. Yeah. So I know the theory behind doing a tight U-turn, especially on this bike. I mean, it hasn't got a tight turning circle anyway, and it's such a big monster. I do find myself turning a U-turn turns into a 3-point turn or a crab turn. Anything to avoid the gravel.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. I think that the bike that you're on plays a big part. And like what Nikki said, like two different bikes can, feel so differently in terms of, maneuvering it and feeling confident on it as well. So I think it has a lot to do with it. I don't love them. Yeah. I try and do them when I need to. And sometimes I do them confidently, and other times I'm terrible when I have no confidence and I just don't want to drop my bike. So I don't care if I use my feet and look like an idiot doing it. I just want to stay upright. But yeah, I think it's a good thing to keep practicing and keep trying and get more confident.
I don't know if you girls are familiar with a guy from America. I don't know his name, but he has a thing called Ride Like a Pro. I'm sure everyone has heard of him. He has some terrific YouTube videos on doing U-turns on really big bikes. And he's got little women like 4 foot on these big bikes. They actually have to be placed on them because they're too small to get on them.
Things that will never be said about me.
They push them off and they just go do all these tricks and maneuvers. It's not about the size of the bike or how little you are. It's all about your technique, where you put your head in and eyes, where you've got to look.
That brings up Glide Arkansas. He's like amazing. He's a hero, I swear. He's absolutely amazing. I watch his videos. He's got big ass American, bikes, and he's doing it on these little cones, and he teaches other people. He's amazing. You haven't seen
There's a lot to be said for do some slow riding training. I think it's a really good thing. And it's such an unnatural thing to not look to where you got to go. That's why I think they can be difficult because you've got to train your mind not to look where you think you're going and look to where you need to go. So it's a real mind fuck up, really. But
it's not a natural thing at all to do that.
I always hear my instructor Justin's voice in my head yelling, "Look through the turn." And he's been gone for a couple of years now, but every time I'm on like a mountain road or I'm doing something I'm uncomfortable with, I hear him, and that's like the greatest gift he could have ever given me, was yelling at me so loud that I will never ever forget it.
J-Mac, he just said in the comment here, you can't be confident unless you're comfortable. So I think that's another thing too. If you're on a bike that you're not quite comfortable with, it does make it a lot harder. That's for sure. And I was going to talk about slow riding. So has anyone practiced slow riding before, or do you just do it when you need to do it, or what's going on with that? Like, I've had a little bit of training, like a tiny little bit when I got my license, and occasionally we'll just do a little bit just because we're in traffic and we kind of have to, but I don't love it. Does anyone else, like, have you guys properly learnt slow riding or anything?
I've done a little bit, yeah. I try and practice when I can. I get out in car parks and just do the whole throttle, the friction with the back, the brakes and the throttle and the clutch. Finding that friction point, so you can maneuver at a very slow rate and not drop it.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I haven't yet. I really want to, but a lot of it for me was getting like confident on my bike first, and then I'm also wanting to move up in bike size for myself, but I'd like to use my smaller bike right now to kind of get used to that and then be able to do it on the bigger bike. Like, I tried to hop on the Challenger shortly after the beard got it, and he's like, it's super light, and I was like, all right, dope. I've never ridden a bike with a fairing. And I went a little bit and I put the kickstand down and I said, I'm so good not on this bike right now. Thank you so much. I love that you think I can. Not today, sir. But
don't you love it how guys are like, it's so light, you'll be fine. But for you, it's not light. Yeah.
And the worst part was, my dad came down. So my dad recently moved to Arkansas, and so he came down for the wedding and was helping us out. And I told him, I was like, you got to take out the Challenger. You're going to love it, because I know how much the beard loves it. And he tore ass out the driveway, and he was like, oh my God, it's so great. It's so light. And I was like, shut up. You're dumb and I hate you.
Yeah, relatable.
But also, he rides a super heavy bike all the time. So I was like, I get it. But also, my sister took his heavy bike with us to Babes Ride Out. And she's like, you could totally ride this bike. And I was like, fuck you.
Nice. Jackie, did you want to say anything about slow riding? Or
I practice a lot in parking lots, the slow riding. It's something that I enjoy practicing, finding that friction zone, like Chris said, and just slow maneuvering around turns and stuff like that, because we have a lot of traffic here. So I kind of need to be kind of good at it, so I do practice it a lot. I like to practice, though. That's something I love doing, is getting out in the parking lot and just building up some confidence and knowing that I can do this,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's good. There's a question here from Jay Reen. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And I saw your comment earlier. It's so awesome to have you here. She has said, have you ladies been on the back as kids growing up?
Yes.
Yeah. Jackie? Yeah?
Yeah.
Chris, have you?
No. I went on the back with my first husband. Not that I've had many husbands. I've only had one. And after a bit of time in jail, I came out and decided that I wouldn't. No, not really. I don't like being a pillion at all. So I don't like being on the back of a bike at all. Yeah. No, I need to have control.
Yeah, I hear. What was your experiences? We'll start with maybe Nikki, as a kid growing up, being on the back. Was that often, or just?
Yeah, my dad was a really big rider my whole life. We were constantly on the motorcycle. If my mom wasn't on there, it was me or my sister, and we would trade off with my mom as in the support vehicle, because if she wasn't on the bike with my dad, she was driving support for the group. And so it was either me or my sister. And then I remember one time, my dad and I went up to Big Bear, and we had a great day. But the ride down, he went 90 miles an hour down the mountain, and I got super nervous. And that was the very last time I ever rode on the back of a bike. Wow. And I said, nope, I'm out. I'm so done. I want to be in control of it. I want to know what's happening. And I was I think it was 20 or 20. No, it was right after I got married the first time. So 23, 24. And I was pissed. I was so mad. And I've been on the back with the beard once, and a couple times now. And I'm not crazy about it. I don't like not being in control. I know how I ride, and that makes me comfortable. And I'm not saying the Beard's a bad rider at all. There's no one else I want to go like handlebar to handlebar with, but like being on the back, oh, I was so over everything. We were riding around in Vegas, and I was on the back of the bobber, which like the back of the bobber is not built for a girl like me. And the Chieftain, yeah, he's over here telling me, he's like, the Chieftain was great when I was on the back of that one, but when I was on the back of the bobber, I felt like I was sitting on the fender, and I felt every bump in the Vegas Strip, and I was like, we're done. You need to drop me off. We're so done with this journey.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Mr. Kiwi's bike is the same. I was on that a few times on the back. It's not set up for a pillion really, like it is, but it's not real comfortable. So I feel ya. Yeah, for sure. What about you, Jackie? You said that you did as well a little bit. And
yeah, as a kid growing up, I was on the back of my biological father's bike a lot. And then I dated a few guys who had bikes because they had bikes. But I think I've been on the back with Mr. just a couple times, but I'm very controlling like the rest of you ladies. And I want to be in control of where I'm going and how I'm getting there. So yeah, I didn't ride very much with him. I've asked him if he would like to ride on the back with me. You know, he could sit back there, but he said no.
You go down.
I don't know if you can see what my pillion seat is a saddle.
Oh,
I don't know if you
That's pretty sweet, Chris.
also. It's uncomfortable as all shit, but I don't put anyone on it except my luggage.
I was like, actually, Knuckles TV asked if any of us have ever ridden anybody as a passenger on the back of our bikes. And I haven't. No. I would eventually love to put a seat back there for our kids so we could at least take like 2 out at a time. But I just haven't yet because we're thinking about upgrading my bike. So I'm not going to put a bunch of extra stuff on the bike if I'm not going to trade it in.
Speaking of kids, how old in your countries can you I mean, here I think they've got to be minimum age of 8 before you can pillion a child.
I don't think we have one.
No, this is America. We do whatever we want.
Right. Tell us what to do here. We tote guns and we drink and we have a grand old time.
Guns and shit. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah. Okay, so you can throw any age child on the back and not even put a helmet on them.
No, they have a helmet.
Some states.
Oh, yeah, some states.
Some states. Oklahoma, you don't have to. So, yeah.
I was like, we got on the back when we were like 5 or 6.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy, eh?
We don't care about our children here.
They're fine. They'll be all right.
We're toughening that my kids are over here dying right now. It builds character. You're fine.
If you fall off, just get back on. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Just run faster. You'll catch up.
Yeah. America. Love you guys. I have not taken anyone as a pillion. I'm not confident really at the moment. I think, first of all, my bike's not set up for that. I don't have a passenger seat. I think if I had like a small child that was old enough and small enough to know how to handle themselves, I might be okay. But another adult, like, no, like the weight difference, and I don't feel ready for that yet anyway. That'd have to be a teeny tiny little skinny thing if I thought about it. Like, they'd have to weigh almost nothing, basically, is what I'm saying. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Maybe the size of a backpack or something. Yeah. Man. Okay. So where are we? We got any more questions out there, guys? Anything you want to ask?
I was like, Blacktop asked if I was in the bathroom at the shop. I'm not, I promise. The Beard just put me in the corner, and this is where I sit now.
Yeah. Managed to the bathroom.
I was like, no, there's a sink as a wash station, so you can wash your hands. That's pretty much it.
Hygiene, eh? Safety first.
Right? For real.
Yeah.
Wash your hands, kids.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm just reading the comments here. Moto Pappy, passengers are a risky business on motorcycles. If they don't have confidence in the ride, things can get dangerous. And I think that's the thing, is I don't want to put someone else at risk. That's what worries me, is like, if it's me, it's me. But if I'm taking someone else's life and, you know, stuff in my hands, I take it a bit more seriously. So yeah, I don't want to stuff anyone up. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to chuck out another topic here. So I've got intercoms, yes or no, and I guess within this topic we can talk about music, yes or no. So obviously when you're writing, do you like talking to other people? Do you like having music on? Do you like being able to communicate with others, yes or no? Maybe can we start with Chris on this one?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I have a Senna, a thing that I don't use it for filming anymore. I just use it to, if I do need to make a phone call, if it's important enough to warrant me speaking to anyone when I'm on the bike. I listen to music through a speaker system on my bike. I don't like music coming through my helmet because I think I want to have the ability to still hear what's around me. So, and I don't, if I travel with people, I mean, I have done the intercom thing, but I don't like it. I don't like talking to anyone. I don't like people, actually. I'm just a bit of a loner.
It's a flame I'm getting from you for sure, Chris. Yeah.
I listen to music on a speaker system that's run off an old little nano thing that they don't even exist anymore. So I listen to music. Yeah, that's about it. On the handlebars, not in my helmet. I do not like noises coming through the Bluetooth stuff at all.
Yeah.
Unless it's an emergency.
I have to say the same. Like me and Mr. Kiwi, obviously we have comms and we talk to each other. A lot of guys are like, oh no, I could never have that with my wife. She'd never shut up. Blah blah blah. But the thing is, we don't talk 100% of the time. Like often we're just silent, we're just writing. But it means that if we want to say something, or if we want to pull over, or if we want to laugh at something, we can just have a joke. But I'm not keen on like music, like because I still want to be able to hear what's going on around me. So I want to be able to hear the traffic and that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know about the music side of things. What about you, Jackie?
It's kind of weird when I'm in my truck driving. I don't like my radio on at all. But when I'm on my motorcycle, I have to have music. And it has to be a certain type of music. It just relaxes me. It's usually like really hardcore music, which is so odd. But, like some AC/DC booming in my helmet just really relaxes me and I ride better. Of course, sometimes I do talk to Mr., but he's usually, if you've seen my videos, he's jamming out and dancing on his bike. So I try not to bug him too much, so not disrupting his ride. But we talk sometimes, but I have to have music, which is odd.
Weird. It's opposite to me because if I'm in a car, I've got to have music on. It can't be silent or it's weird. But not on the bike. So it's odd. Yeah. Nikki.
I'm super similar to Jackie. I have to have music on. I get real anxious if I don't. In the core, it's either music or I can listen to a podcast. Like I can't listen to a podcast on my bike. I can't listen to people talk like that, but I really enjoy having the beard like accessible for me to talk to. And like my sister and I synced up on our cardos when we took our trip, and that's always really nice. But like I have to have music going in the background because I get so anxious and my like shoulders are up here and I'm like this. And like if I have music on, everything's like super relaxed and I can enjoy my ride. Okay. But I don't have like a one type of music. I can listen to anything. A lot of it can be like musicals or it can be gangster rap, like, and everything in between.
Nice. Yeah, I can hear what you're saying with that. Like, if you've got your music going, I can imagine that you would just feel like real like groovy and not too like overly worried about things. Yeah. Okay. Did I ask Chris, didn't I? Yes, I did.
Yep. I'm done. I might flick off soon because my battery's right down. But don't worry, I'll pop back through the phone. if I
Nice.
disappear.
That'd be good. Thank you, Chris.
Mind you, we've been going for it, what, just over half an hour now already. Gee, it goes quick.
It does go quick, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so this one I really want Chris for, so I'll hold this one until after you come back.
Oh, I'm here still. I'd go with me now, and then I might flick off after this.
Okay, so you know, we're kind of thinking international travel at some point as well. So for those that have done it or have thought about doing it or have any experience doing it, would you ship your bike? Would you hire your bike? And also about riding or driving on the other side of the road, you know, how does that make you feel?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you need to start this because you've done all this.
Yeah. So I would definitely, if it's a trip that's like 2 weeks or 3 weeks and under, you'd hire a bike for sure, because shipping is quite expensive. And shipping also takes time. From Australia, you're looking at, you know, it could take 8 weeks to get from Sydney port to somewhere on the west coast of America.
Good,
So you've got to be without the bike for 6 or 8 weeks there. But if you're going to a country for months on end, then definitely shipping's the way to go, because it would be cheaper in the long run.
Definitely.
And as far as being on the other side of the road, well, thankfully so far I've managed just to be able to follow people. But there was a trick. Someone said you put a little sticker on the on your bike on the side that you should be always keeping. So you put a little sticker next to the on the dash. So in America, you put the sticker on the right.
Yeah.
So it constantly reminds you that that's the side of the road you need to be on all the time. And over here, it's on the left. We're on the left over here. Same as New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
It is a bit frightening, especially in cities and, you know, roundabouts. Not that there's that many roundabouts in the States, but thankfully the roundabouts, you know, are a UK thing, and they're okay because they're on the left as well. But traveling through Europe is all over the place. Japan, I've traveled in there on the left. They're okay.
Crazy.
I think a sticker trick is the way to go. But definitely, hire your bikes if it's a short trip. Ship over if it's like a month or longer.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. Yeah, like if you're going there for just like a month or less, you just hire. But
a lot of people from Australia, because the bikes in America are cheap for us. So you could buy a second-hand one and just either leave over there or sell it when you're finished.
Yeah, we've heard that too.
Mate, if you've got good mates in that country, you could shed a bike, and if you do regular trips, I know people that have a bike in a shed in America, and they go over like once a year, and they just jump on that bike for a month or so.
Hey Chris, your friend Cappy just said, I found it scary riding in New Zealand.
Oh, right, yeah, he did the North Island a couple of years ago. Same as the one. Yeah.
I've lived in a few different cities and a few different places. The worst people for driving is the city I currently live in. They are the worst. Dunedin, New Zealand, don't drive here. They're idiots. They're freaking. They don't know how to drive. They're not aware of anything else outside of their little bubble. They're not looking. They're just don't drive in Dunedin is my advice to you.
All right. Well, I'll be down there hopefully next February, so I'll test it out. I can't remember it being scary or not. I mean, I had some moments, but I have moments in every country I go to. I have near-death bloody experiences everywhere I go.
So, Nikki and Jackie, have either of you gone overseas for and like driven or taken a bike or anything? Have you thought about it or planned a trip or anything? Okay, talk to me, Jackie. Tell me about this.
Well, I would love to go to Spain.
Oh, wow.
That's just someplace I would love to go. It doesn't necessarily have to be on a motorcycle, but I mean, if I'm there, you know, I try to find one to ride around. I just I don't know why I'm fascinated. My husband says it's because the men there, because I do have a thing for Spanish men. I'm just going to tell you. So I won't be going there alone. But I don't know what it is about Spain. I'm drawn to it for some reason. So I got to go there.
And so
Yeah,
have
me
you thought
too.
about like the driving side of it if you were to go there, or would you just catch like taxis and stuff?
Well, if I could get a bike, I'd probably ride a bike and probably would just following traffic. I'm sure it'd make it easier knowing which side of the road to be on. I think that would help.
Are they
I
right or
think
left?
I think Spain is on the right, same as America.
Well, perfect.
Same
So
as that.
there we go. I'm going to book
Italy's
my
on the right,
ticket tonight.
France is
So I
on
can
the
get out
right. Yeah. It's a real mixed bag in Europe, but France, Italy, Spain, I think we're all on the right.
there we go. Perfect.
Look at you. You're so ready.
I'll go pack my bag.
I've
And
got to
here
be
comes
honest and say, you Americans scare the heck out of me. Like, I would do it and I would try it and I would probably get yelled at and maybe even a gun's pulled on me. But like, you know, you guys are pretty crazy. Like, you just are. You know that, right? You know
Yes,
you're
we do.
Yeah,
We're okay with it.
like, we love you. You're crazy.
We kind of work at it. It's a gift, really.
They teach it in school.
Yeah, they take us out just like, how do you yell at people that are from a different country? It's great.
Awesome.
We're enjoying.
I should take that course before I come. Yell at myself.
Lots of curse words.
Mhm.
I actually got my driver's license in Sydney, which is a city of, I think, 4 million at the time. And it was pretty crazy. And there was pretty crazy traffic. And it's not very well laid out. So I feel like I've kind of got some level of craziness in me that could deal with it. But we'll see.
Yeah,
It definitely varies state by state here, because like California is an absolute shit show. We are like some of the worst drivers. But that also means like we're fairly decent drivers everywhere else, which is nice, I guess. But like in smaller, like when we're driving through Arizona, it's pretty chill. And then like even on the trip,
I love Arizona.
it's so nice. That's like our other home. We love it there. But you know, it's a different pace, and each state that you drive through is way different. I've had the great fortune of like driving across like all the southern states, and each one is so different. And my dad has gotten a lot of speeding tickets in a lot of those states because he's from California and they don't drive like that in other places.
Isn't there a state where there's no limit or something?
Where is that?
Like
Somewhere.
you can drive in and there's no speed limit. It's like some crazy long highway
I think
somewhere.
it's in like Colorado or Montana. One of those, like, babe, what's that state that doesn't have any speed limit?
There's a road in, I'm pretty sure it's Montana.
He said Montana.
Is it just one road?
He said, yeah, it's just one road, like a stretch of road in Montana.
Crazy.
And it's up to the cops' discretion as to like how safe you're driving.
Oh, I have a good reputation. Wow.
So like if it depends on like the inclement weather, like if it's raining or snowing, like how safely you should be traveling is what discretion they'll use.
I've got to point this out. So Mrs. Stevie has joined us on the side chat here. Hello, Mrs. Stevie.
Hi, Mr. Stevie.
She said, do any of you pack pew-pews when you ride? So this is obviously for you two. I don't think Chris does, but you never know.
What is it? What is a pew pew?
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh. No. I don't really quite
I didn't think so.
understand
Okay, so let's give this out to Jackie and Nikki. Do you pack any pew-pews?
Yes, always.
Serious? She packs a pew-pew. Wow, it's amazing.
Sorry, what? Is
So
that a gun?
you're in an
Is it a
open carry state, right?
Yeah, it's an open carry, but I have an open and concealed carry license. So I can do whichever. I usually conceal. If I'm carrying my 9, it's too big, so I have to carry open. But if it's my little Taurus, I can hide it. So I always have something on me.
That
all
is
the time.
insane.
Wow.
I've never found you more attractive, Jackie.
Wow. That
And
is
then
crazy.
I'm in California.
Crazy Americans.
So we're not an open or concealed carry state. So we can't, you can, obviously everyone can carry whatever they want to carry, but if you get caught with it, there's a whole lot of stuff, but you can get like permits. Arizona is conceal, open carry. So like, if we move to Arizona, hell yeah. But in California,
Yeah, they don't let you.
I think that's probably wise, Nikki, given what you've said about Californian drivers. It's probably a really wise move.
well, that like I've been shooting forever. I'm sure like Jack has, you know, since we could toddle around, we were holding a gun and shooting things.
Yep.
But also it was for me and for I'm sure Jackie as well. It's mostly about gun safety and learning how to properly handle it, how to properly carry it with you, what to do in those situations. And it's not like, let's just fire, you know, gun into the air and just see where it lands. Like for me, it was always like, hey, this is like what happens and this is what a gun does. And this is what happens if you're going to like accidentally shoot yourself in the foot. Like that's your bad, homie. But you know,
I imagine that I would be like one of those movie stars where I just like would be able to kill all the bad guys. That's what I imagine in my head. But I think reality would be somewhat different. I'm just putting it out there. You never know. I might be this amazing human being.
You might be a natural.
right?
Yeah. You never know. I think a lot of women are natural shooters, though, because you'll hear that a lot, that women are really good at shooting naturally. So
Why do you think that is? Why?
I'm not sure if it's attention. Yeah, that's the way God made us. Attention to detail, or just guys, they have that thing that they pee with, and they
and like killing someone out there and multitasking. You've got it all going on up here.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I think has a lot to do with it, is that we are able to like notice a lot that's going on and we can think like 10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a lot to do. Like I'm a pretty good skeet shot. And so for me, like that came like my dad was like, here's a shotgun. This is what you do. And I blew out my shoulder a little bit, but it was the best day of my life. But yeah. And then, I told the kids, when we were out in Arizona, we were at my uncle's house and he carries a gun on his hip. And I was like, hey, it's not California. Uncle Steve has a gun. and so does your Aunt Charlie, and you won't see hers, but she has it.
Crazy. Love you guys, but you're crazy.
It's just the way we're raised. I think it's nothing to growing up in high school. The guys would have guns on the back of their pickup trucks at school. I mean, they can't do that anymore, obviously, but we're just so used to it being grown up, and we grew up around them. You had them in your hands. You were taught how to be safe with them. That's so important. I've taught my girls. They've shot our guns. They know about gun safety. They know where our guns are at in the house. So if anything ever happens, they know how to shoot them, or they know where to get it to bring it to me properly if I have to have them get it. So it's just what we do.
And it's not all Americans are like that. I'll tell you that now.
No.
Like I know that a couple of my girlfriends could never imagine holding a gun in their life. And to me, like that's super weird, but also I understand, like it's not like everybody's here for like the guns and the beer and the yeehaw.
Wait, what?
I know. I'm so
Not
sorry for the bubble. They're not doing it right, but
That's why they're coming there.
Exactly. But yeah, no, and it's like for my sister and I, that's totally normal, and for like our cousins, it's not. And I don't know if they've ever held a gun in their life. So
I'm picturing like Arnold Schwarzenegger on the motorcycle, pulling the gun out from behind, flicking it around to like reload it, shooting, and like keep riding. Like that's like normal life, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Friday night. Yeah.
Thought so. Yeah.
How do you think the beard got me?
Awesome. Well, I'm just looking at the time.
Excuse me.
We've probably only got around 10 minutes left. So just wondering if anyone has anything that they wanted to bring up. Do you ladies, Momma Mafia ladies, have anything? I do have some stuff here still. I don't know if we want to look at the chat and see if there's anything on there. But just a massive thank you to everyone for just showing up and having a yarn and, hanging out. It's really fun. Really enjoy it.
Definitely. Appreciate everybody for coming out
Yes,
spending
thank
some
you
time
guys.
with us. Very nice.
I'm probably going to sign off now. I've just got a warning that my battery's just about to go, and I'd probably, if we're coming to the end now,
Come
I'll see
back.
if I can jump in time.
Come back on.
Okay.
Come back on.
Right.
Because
Okay.
I've got one more topic here, and
Okay.
and I'd just like to talk about that. So you do your thing, Chris, and we'll just have
Okay,
a.
I'll come back in the clip. All right. Bye for a minute. See you soon.
Bye for a minute.
So, and Chris will probably have tons to talk about anyway on this topic. So when she comes back, I'll ask her. But I wanted you guys to talk about motorcycle rallies. So Sturgis, motorcycle events, anything that you've been to, anything that you want to do, anything that you've done, haven't done. Talk me through motorcycle rallies or events. Maybe Nikki.
I've done a lot of like smaller rallies here in Southern California, and like we were part of SEMM last year, which was awesome. That's Southern California Motor Vlogger Meetup. So a bunch of the motor vloggers like in the area all got together, and we like kind of hung out at one of the, like, it's called Chaparral. It's like a motorsport store. And then we went out to like Palm Springs and hung out there. As a kid, I did like a couple little ones. I couldn't tell you the names of them now. Or there's one, Sturgis. It was like or not Sturgis. Wow, that was really dumb. I'm so sorry.
There's this one called Sturgis. Have you heard of it?
Sturgis is so small. God, I'm really stupid. I'm so sorry. Yuma Prison Run in Arizona. We did that as kids.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Babe, now's not the time.
Yes, it is. I want to know more about this.
My husband, ladies and gentlemen, pulls out of the corner. Hey, is this babe?
Hey,
I'm not.
somebody online, ask her if it's the 310 to Yuma.
I hope they can't hear you, and I hope you know I'm gonna hit you in a second.
We can hear him.
I
Oh,
can hear him. I don't know what he's saying though.
it's not important.
Yeah, man, I'll comment.
He's gonna comment. Apparently, he's keyboard warrior. My husband. But yeah, so we
What
did.
was that one that you mentioned? That's some sort of prison run or something.
Oh, Yuma Prison Run. So it's in Yuma, Arizona, and you essentially ride out to the old like abandoned prison and just proceed to party for a couple days. And that was my teen years. We did that, and nothing like carrying your dad back to the tent and all his friends, and you're like, okay, let's go. And then I was supposed to do Sturgis this year, but unfortunately, I'm probably not going to make it because of work, and I'm devastated. I might fly out and ride on the back of the Challenger, but I can't get the full time off that we need to ride out there, and I'm like super butthurt about it, to be honest.
Man, yeah, I feel you. That would suck, especially if you were planning on going and then you can't. Yeah.
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 Okay, you can hear me?
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
Chris,
back.
we are just talking about like motorcycle rallies or events that you've either been to or want to go to, or the ones that you enjoy, or any kind of motorcycle rally. We haven't got to Jackie yet, so maybe we'll ask you, Chris, and then we'll go to Jackie.
I can't really hear you.
Okay, maybe we'll go to Jackie.
We had last year we really wanted to go to Sturgis, but like I've said a few times, our daughter has to have a surgery done. She was going to have it earlier this year, then that thing happened. So that's probably going to take us out of that. I would love to go to the one that they're having in Louisville, Kentucky. I think that would be cool because Mary's going to be there, so I could meet her and just see everybody. But I don't know if my husband wants to go or not. So that's kind of.
What's that one? When is it? And what is that one?
I think it's in September. Maybe someone in the chat will know, but I'm pretty sure it's in September. And it's just a bunch of, I guess the 5 dirty bikers that Mary's with now, they set this up, and there's quite a few people. Like Nona Grace is going.
Awesome.
So that's really cool. So I'd get to meet her, but I would love to go there. It's only like if I take the highways and the interstates, I could get there in just a little under, I don't know, 10, 11 hours, stopping and stuff. So it wouldn't be that bad. It's just my husband doesn't like me to go too far away because he's just very protective and, doesn't want anyone to snatch me up because I'm such a catch,
I'd snatch you up. I tried to.
I'd
tried
let
to
you
take you
snatch
home
me
with
up.
me.
Yeah, if you had room on that trailer, I would have put my bike on there and gone with you and your sister to that
Right?
Dave's Ride Out. That would have.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot about that one. I
Want to go to that so bad. Oh, I want to go.
I want to go to Rocky Mountain Roll, the one that Magpie puts on.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I want to go so bad.
We're gonna have to do like a girls' ride. Maybe we'd be safety in numbers. Maybe he'd be okay with that.
You've got guns, and I'm just scary. It'd be great.
Yeah. I don't know why he won't let me go anywhere. I take care of myself.
Okay, I'm just going to check with Chris. Chris, can you hear us okay? Chris?
No. Nothing.
Got nothing. Can you hear us?
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No. Yes?
Yeah.
I can
Can
hear
you
you
hear us?
guys.
Oh, okay.
I can't hear you, Rel.
Oh.
Unless you speak, of course.
Can you hear me? I'm talking now. Can you hear me?
No,
No,
I'm not
yeah.
hearing Rel.
No. Okay.
She can't hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you, Mary and
Mary.
Nikki. I can hear you guys.
So you call me Mary Nash.
I know.
She's asking about rallies.
Oh, me, rallies. Yeah, I get invited to a lot of rallies, and I often go to them and say hello to people. But I get people ask me to ride. They get groups to ride out to them. I don't do that very often. I tend to just. Obviously, a lot of rallies are connected to charity, so I often will register to do the ride, so I can give to the charity. And then I say, where are you going to end up? And they'll go here or here. I go, I'll see you there. I don't like riding in groups at all. The maximum I like is if I have to ride with people, maximum maybe 4 to 6. But the amount of people that can sit at a table when we stop. So I've just had some bad experiences with big groups of bike riders, and there's some real fuckwits riding like dickheads, trying to prove a point. And a lot of the times it's just ego, and all due respect to the guys out there, some of them have very healthy egos and they've got a point to prove, and I just don't want to be around them. So I would rather just end up at a rally on my own and say I love seeing people at the point at the destination, but I don't really want to ride with them. Because I'm sounding more like a bitch every minute. I'm sorry. I'm really quite a nice person when you get to know me.
She's entitled to her opinion, eh? Yeah.
So that's my thing with rallies. I love going to them, but I just like to go to them on my own.
Yeah. Very cool.
How about you, Rob?
How about me? Yeah. I
hear Rel?
honestly haven't done a whole lot here in New Zealand. There's a ton of motorcycle rallies that are really well known. Lots of people go year after year, and we've done virtually none of them. But our plan is to do the biggest one, which I think is possibly the biggest in the Southern Hemisphere, and that's the Burt Munro, which Chris will be going to in February next year. So that's our first kind of really big rally, and there's quite a few hundred people that go to that one. So for New Zealand, it's pretty big, and and it was started after Burt Munro, the world's fastest Indian. So there you have it. Rightio, I think that's going to wrap us up, everyone. Just want to say a massive, massive thank you for hanging out and coming here and chatting and putting up with all our BS and having a bit of a chin wag. It's been awesome. I really enjoy hanging out with all my girlfriends here. I miss hanging out with you, and to have all you guys in the side chat is even better. So
Yes.
massive thank you.
Does anyone else see her?
I will have to watch
rolling
this back to hear what Rel just said then, because I'm not hearing her.
Rel was just saying that we were going to be closing out. So just kind of like thanking everybody and
Okay.
some goodbyes if you want to do that.
Yeah, thanks everybody, and lovely to see you girls again. And I do look forward to eventually meeting every one of you in real life. That's
Yeah.
my goal.
Yes.
As a whole bunch of other people as well, because I'm going to be doing lots of trips coming up, and I hope to meet as many as possible,
That'd be awesome.
and hopefully share some exciting news if I can get a few things across the line that I'm working on.
Is she pregnant?
Rel said you could be pregnant, Chris.
That would be an absolute fucking miracle. Hell would freeze over. I don't know how I'd explain that to anybody, let alone my own body. Oh, God.
Oh, thank you all so much. Hey, Nikki and Jackie, do you want to say anything before we
Okay,
go?
guys, we'll see you later. I mean, I can't hear Rel. Thank you, Rel. Great job. Thanks for hosting us. And lovely to see you two lovely other ladies as well. So this is not working so much for me. I'll just say goodbye.
All right. Bye, Chris.
Great job. Bye.
Love you.
Actually,
Cracks me up.
There's one in every group.
Yeah. That's why we have her.
that's right.
Be the one.
One in every group too, yeah. So sorry. So, yeah, thank you guys. Is there anything you want to say to sign out?
No, just thank you guys for coming. We appreciate it every month that we get to talk to you guys. And even if, we're just out here making asses of ourselves, we have a grand old time.
Yeah, we appreciate all you just coming on and watching and hanging out in the side chat. It goes so fast. We try to keep up. So if you said something and we missed it, we're really sorry. We hope you understand. And Mrs. Stevie had asked about stickers, and I told her to message us and that we could get her some stickers. I know you ladies have some of the Momma Mafia stickers. So, but I have my regular ones I can send out also. So if anyone wants any stickers.
One of each of ours.
Oh,
So
okay.
come out, or at least
Okay.
one of ours.
Yeah. So Nikki be able to send out a whole package.
So just message me on Instagram and I can get those out to you. No problem, Mrs. Stevie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But thanks to everybody who took time to come out and just hang out. It was fun.
Cheers, guys. We'll see you next month. Hopefully, we've got something in the pipeline. So we'll see you all then.
Right.
Bye, bitches.
Bye.